Awesome game. Shout out, obviously, those guys. It's so fun, right, to see them finally look at a stat sheet and go down through there and say, shout out this guy, shout out this guy. And, that was a lot of fun. And the atmosphere tonight, incredible. I'll be honest, I was surprised. It caught me and the staff off guard. I think when we maybe got an offensive rebound, kicked it out, hit a three early in the first half, I mean, the place just exploded. And I turned around and looked at my staff, the guys that have been with me 10 years and 7 years, and we were just like, wow, like that's what this place is. And so shout out to the fans. Got to give so much credit. That's a really good Ohio team. And I just I don't know if everyone really understands how difficult they are to guard because they don't play with a traditional five-man. They don't run traditional offense, and so they're very hard to prepare for. I thought we did a masterful job in the first half defensively. We had 6 kills, right? So that's 3 consecutive stops on 6 occasions. We're trying to get 7 for a game, and we got 6 of those in 20 minutes. And credit them, they kind of abandoned, their sets that are really good for them because we did a nice job guarding them, and they played kind of conceptually in their default and played through, just playing fast and running on makes and really pushing the ball in transition. We knew that was going to happen, but it's very hard to simulate and get ready for. But I thought our guys responded, really well. And when teams go on runs, and great teams do, that's what they do. It's what a team like Ohio does. If you're not a great team, it'll break you apart. If you are a great team, it'll bring you closer together. And our guys weren't pointing fingers. Their accountability increased. They said, Coach, that's on me. I got to do a better job. And that's why we were able to withstand a couple knockout blows from a good Ohio team and come away with the victory.
How did it feel not just to coach your first game for JMU, but to walk away with the W?
Well, it felt great. The atmosphere was incredible. It was so much fun, walking out and being in the bright lights and hearing the fans. And it was, to be honest, what was most fun was just watching our guys. They were having so much fun. I don't know if you saw the energy from the bench. I don't know that we got a bench warning tonight. We'd like to, but we were pretty rowdy over there, and that was a lot of fun to just watch the guys having a blast. Guys like Mark that had to sit out last year, right? And to see him out there, having fun and so many of those guys, so for me it was about them and enjoying watching them throughout that 40 minutes.
You guys went into the half with a pretty comfortable lead. They went on a bit of a run to start the second half. I'm curious what you were seeing or what you weren't seeing and how you guys sort of bounced back from that.
Yeah, it was all transition. That was all of it, right? And they put so much pressure on you because they shoot it from 5 positions, and if you don't have good offense, right, you don't have crisp execution, and you turn the ball over, it's over. Or if you have poor floor balance or you take tough shots because you don't execute, you give them a leg up. And then credit them, they started running on makes. They got it in quickly. They raced it down our throat, and we kind of overhelped at times and didn't do as well, sprinting back and communicating. But that's what we anticipated they were going to do. Now we know how difficult that is, and we got to have a heightened sense of urgency for teams that are going to do that.
Talk about Townsend, that's going to be your backcourt, scoring almost 40 points. But what does it mean to have your big man like Elijah have 6 for 6 from free throw and also hit a 3 as well?
Well, I think you got to understand just what a masterful job he did going against their post blitz. They weren't going to allow him to play one-on-one, and we spent a good amount of time drilling over and over and over and showing the guys this has to be the very specific post spacing that we have for this type of post blitz. And that type of post blitz, it's a low side blitz, and so they really bait you into trying to spin baseline. And Elijah, his maturity and in his intelligence, he just did a great job of saying, that's not going to be there. Let me face up. Let me just make the easiest play. I don't need to hunt for assists. I need to get it out of my hands quickly and let these guards make plays. And then his patience allowed him. They said, we can't blitz anymore because they hit so many threes and they got it cooking coming out of the post. Then he gets a chance to play one-on-one. So that's great maturity and just a high basketball IQ from the big fella.
Obviously, you had some size on this roster, some depth on this roster. 21-2 in second chance points. How big a factor in the game was that, and what do you attribute second chance points to?
So we have these things called plate pushes. Okay, so we got like 45-pound weights that set on the side of our court, and if you don't rebound, you push a plate. And that's what we attribute that to, because every drill we do is a rebounding drill. And, we are going to generate one quality shot and a great second shot, or at least set our defense with our offense. And so when we're running offense, we're working on rebounding. That's what we do. And so these guys are relentless, and they have an understanding that the faster, crisper that we can run offense and generate open shots, the better job we can do getting teams in scrambles and get free, disciplined offensive rebound attempts.
And then you did get 39 points from that backcourt pairing. What have you seen from, and I know, they're still getting to know each other, they're early in their relationship, but the chemistry between those two guys, they were in here talking about their relationship off the court. What have you seen from that development?
It's been phenomenal, to be honest with you. I got to say, obviously when X decided he was coming back 3 days after I, got the job here, I joked it was almost like getting a signing bonus to get a guy like him back. It was so special, and I knew how important he was to our team. And, he knew we had to rebuild this roster, and he wanted to be a part of it. He also knew that we had a guy named Mark Freeman who played for us, and so he did a better job recruiting Mark than I did. Such a good job that when it came time to pick jerseys, he gave his jersey. He did that. We didn't ask him to do it. But he said, listen, I'm going to give you my jersey number. It doesn't matter to me. You've been 0 your whole life. I want you to continue to have it. I'll take 1. It doesn't matter. But I want you on this team because we can do something special. And their relationship, their respect for one another has been immense. And you can see it out on the court because they're electric when they play together like that. They're a lot of fun.
Every time they cut it to 7 or 8 or 6, it seemed like Mark was the one who came up with the bucket to stop their run. Is that something you've seen from him throughout his career, kind of being that guy?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, some guys have it, some guys don't, and he's one of those. The bigger the game, the better he plays. He doesn't shy away from the moment. He wants the ball in his hands. He can take the big shot, or he can create it for somebody else, and so does X, right? You see when the lights come on, and you look at the Sun Belt Championship game last year, those two guys don't shy away from those big moments. They're the moments they dream of and they work for, and they earn the right to be successful in those types of moments. So it as a coach, makes you look like a really good coach when you just put the ball in their hands and put them in position to make a play, because they can certainly do it.
You talked about turning to your staff when you experienced the atmosphere. Did you get any feedback from X or Calvin or anybody who had been here before about what it was like? Did they kind of shake their head when you were having that reaction or anything?
Yeah, I think they kind of laughed, like, "Yeah, this is what it is, Coach. Like, you didn't realize it was this loud, it was this special." Even Coach Bowles, before the game, so much respect for him. He does a tremendous job, and we've got a good relationship. He said, "I had no idea this place was like this. I see why you're here now." And I said, "Yeah, you can see, it was going to take something special for me to leave, and I'm really glad that I'm here because the atmosphere is just incredible." But yeah, those guys, they were looking at me. I think they had been waiting for that moment for a while because they knew that it was going to catch me off guard, and just how electric this building is.
To start off a season going up against a team that's picked to finish first in their conference, and to see your team go on stretches, pushing the lead up to 20, being able to respond to runs, how big is that for you to see? It's just kind of a confidence boost after game 1, seeing what the floor is for this team and knowing that there's still room to grow throughout the year.
Yeah, without question. You got to draw a lot of confidence from that. That's a really good team. Don't be surprised if their name gets called on Selection Sunday, and so it should give you a lot of confidence. But the theme for this team that we talk about is, we don't want to be good, we want to be great. And we'll make sure we show the guys the things that we did well, and we did a few great things here tonight, but we did some other things just okay. And we don't want, just okay is not okay with us, right? We want to close that gap between good and great, and so keep these guys hungry. But it's certainly a lot more fun to come in and learn after a win than it is a loss.
Sorry, Coach.
It's all right.
I'll be remiss to ask you what this game didn't mean for Mark Freeman after not playing for such a long time. What do you think this meant to him?
I think it meant a lot to him. He's just his life's changed so much, right? He goes into last season as a father, doesn't get to play. He was over there as an unbelievable teammate and leader for an NCAA tournament team, and he really grew as a man, and he grew in his leadership and his maturity. And so to just see him out there having fun and enjoying, because we want guys to have fun when they play. right? That we want them to have fun when they come in here every single day. And to see the big smile on his face, we celebrated a little too much today, but I got to give those guys a little grace. They were having fun out there, and that's okay. But it meant a lot, to be honest with you, because I know what the game means to him, and that he entrusted this staff, to come here and finish his final year. It's really fun, really rewarding to see him out there enjoying it like that.